What's going on, guys? We about to check out the loser Hassan. Apparently, he's really upset about Tim Pool. He's like talking about him every day. Whatever. Part of the game. He could talk about him, and then I could roast him. It's how it goes. How it goes. Let's look at what TYT is responsible for. Just straight nasty work. Actually, let's use this window.
They also are doing something a little different on the side with a historical, ridiculous, nonsensical pieces of, well, I don't even want to call it information.
You know, these people want put in schools. They'll say, that's not true. I'll be like, let me play the video for you.
They are the ones who are quite literally trying to indoctrinate children. Congress is back, and I love the chaos unfolding.
Let me read it.
This is for educational purposes, by the way, guys. And I've been getting a lot of people complaining I pause too much. I do want to improve viewer experience. I kind of want to tell you, stop acting like a... I kind of want to just be like, I do what I want. But you know what? I'm trying to, make things more conducive for the supporters. So as well as I can within copyrights, because I'll be pausing because of copyright, and also I just have a lot to say. I'm gonna try to not pause too crazy during important parts and whatnot. Still gonna pause and say what I want to say. This is the BX Beast Boy channel, but if it's something that's not really copyright heavy, I'm gonna pause a little bit less. Or if I do pause, I'm gonna get all the things I have to say out in that, and then pause it a little bit less, and then pause later on, and then get a long segment of talking out, kind of like I'm doing now, and then continue.
An excerpt from that. Quote, I got a new strap-on harness. I can't wait to put it on. It will fit
It's on C-SPAN, okay? This is on C-SPAN.
my favorite dildo perfectly. You're going to look so hot.
I'm sorry. Coming out of that pause was so perfect.
Perfectly. You're going to look on. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly. It will fit my favorite
Why
dildo
I keep rewinding that?
perfectly.
This nigga's nasty. I'm not even trying to pause it that crazy, but since it ain't gonna get monetized no more, hit the like button, share the video, check my Patreon out if you want to. If you want to, it's for as low as $1.
You're going to look so hot. I can't wait to have your in my mouth. I'm going to give you the job of your life. Then I want you inside of me.
Oh, God. This is so fire.
Right after I said I ain't gonna pause it, but he's squealing though.
Clip was about a book that Dim Tool tried to use against Emma when she went on his show.
Hit the like button,
he's
guys.
been doing this to people with a ton less power than me, right?
Wait. That was from the book they talking about? Oh, she's foul. Yeah, she nasty. That's what he was reading? That's what they was reading in the beginning of this video, was parts of that book that they're trying to put in schools. My nigga, that's filthy. You yourself had... Yo, Hassan had to bleep the damn video out. Which means it was disgusting. So if you had to bleep it out for YouTube, what makes you think it's appropriate for a school, Hassan? The hell is he talking about? I gotta have a nasty song somewhere. I don't have the button set up yet. I'm working on it. But right now I got the nasty song. I'm gonna just judge him while it plays.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name, you.
Nasty as hell. Nasty as ever. That's crazy. So that's what he was reading. If that's what they got in schools, my nigga, they bugging. They bug. That's inappropriate for YouTube. if that joint can't, if it can't pass the monetization check, my nigga, it can't make it in schools, pimp. It's not, that's not how that works, Hassan. All right, let's keep going.
A random teacher or somebody who doesn't have a platform to speak out and say, this is clearly not my intention or what I said. But he turned that on me because I embarrassed him so thoroughly and I made him into a joke.
Yeah, I don't know why
I do not believe we will convince Emma or anyone at the Majority Report or any liberal or leftist of any of our positions. But I don't care. What I think.
My bad. Freeze. I gotta hit you with my Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell-ish. Y'all just say it's currently in schools? Like it's in middle schools, right? Oh my gosh. Yo, if I had a kid, I would have to homeschool. This is crazy. I've had long debates with people about homeschooling my future kids if I ever had any back in the day. And I was so against it. Oh my gosh, I was so wrong. I would have to homeschool my kid. I would have to. What? I thought they was like trying to get it into, it's in schools. What happened to books like, I don't know, Dr. Seuss, Holes, right? I used to like that movie in the book too as well. I think I read the book first. Well, Goosebumps, nigga. Babysitter's Club. The Saddle Club. I'm just naming old school Scholastic books at this point. I don't know. The Magician's Kit. I did buy one time. It had like these handcuffs, right? Then it had like a chain that's wrapping. Yes, BX used to know magic. I hope no footage comes out of that talent show. It's gonna be crazy. I killed it though. I did some. Never mind. Y'all want to hear about what magic tricks I did at the talent show when I was a kid.
Is that we produced a show where Emma said that she wanted children to be able to watch porn at the age of 10 years old. And so I'm like, I don't need you to argue that point to me. I don't care. What I need to do is when I'm talking to my friend from back home in Chicago who's telling me it never happened, I'm going to play that clip of me being like, we should not be showing a book to children that contains blowjobs and have this person on the left say, we should, and it's fine, and they're okay with it. And I'm like, that's all I needed. I needed for you to say it so I can prove to people you believe these things. So they can, I'm like, you're allowed to believe that, and she did, adamantly defend kink education and pornography for children. And I'm like, you can absolutely be on board with it. I'm not telling you to stop believing any of that. I think it's disgusting. I just need you to say it. Say it right there to the camera for everyone to watch so that finally, when I go to my friend and say, these people put porn in schools, they'll say, that's not true. And I'll be like, let me play the video for you. Let me show you the clip where and here's the book. And now they'll be like, oh, I guess they do support those things.
And the fact that he has to say, which is laughable with all due respect.
My brain is freezing right now. I used to watch this channel all the time. I haven't recently because I be grinding. But what's that dude's channel, man? He got good content too. The dude that was on there with Tim Pool. I used to watch his stuff like every day. He's actually really good. Is it Actual Justice Warrior, right? I think that's what it is. Am I tripping? That's his name, right? My bad. I want to give him his proper respects because he's one of the very few channels that's actually decent. I want to make sure. I think it is Actual Justice Warrior, right? Actual, which is a crazy name. If that is him. Yeah, he be smoking people in debates. Yeah, that is him. I gotta trust my first thought, yeah. But yeah, he does really good content, I believe. Good debates, stuff like that. That's who was on there with Tim Pool.
Emma is a pedophile is an indication of just how much his fifis have been hurt by her not sticking around and having sushi and looking at his cool
skate park.
Now, not only have Republicans successfully banned a shit ton of books and Republican-backed interest groups like psychotic Christian right-wing groups have banned books all the time, they also are doing something a little different on the side. They're also working on indoctrinating children with ahistorical, ridiculous, nonsensical pieces of, I don't even want to call it information, in the form of Prager University videos. Okay? Prager University kids videos are now being shown in the state of Florida officially and also the state of Oklahoma. Okay? So they are the ones who are quite literally trying.
Yo, he comparing Prager to that nasty book. That's crazy.
Trying to indoctrinate children with ahistorical facts.
That's crazy.
Future generations are never responsible for our sins of the past. One response that she won't feel guilty about historical
no matter
stuff.
How hard we work, sadly, there is still often mistreatment and racial discrimination towards us Black Americans.
We're really sorry that you have to deal with segregation and racism.
Your sympathy is nice, Layla, but know that you have nothing to be sorry about. You and Leo have done nothing wrong and have indeed been quite respectful. Future generations are never responsible for the sins of the past.
Okay.
That's facts, though.
Okay. Yeah, like some random 7-year-old white kid is not responsible for chattel slavery, okay? But like the issue is denying its consequences. That's what the issue is. This is a wild video to make. Holy they've completely.
How is it a wild video? You just agreed with it and then brought up a context that nobody mentioned. So no, you're wrong. And I believe that actually this is a good cartoon. Nigga, what channel did this come on? What channel is that? It's better than She's Out. Yo, fam. I remember I was supposed to do a video essay on it. Yeah, I did do a video essay on She's Out. Right? That was years ago. Whoa, I gotta see and find out. You're probably mad. People like, what's She's Out? She's Out was a cartoon that came out years ago. And it had like a run to like a few seasons about a little boy that found a magical ring that when he puts it on, it gives him superpowers. Only if he transforms into a girl. I'm not making anything up. That is legitimately an actual cartoon called She's Out. I could show it to you right now if y'all want to see it. But that's an actual thing, right? I don't know why it was like mandatory for him to do that. That was like odd to me. I didn't like, he's a kid, right? He's not like an adult. So like, you didn't even give him no choice for real. But I thought that was just odd. That was an odd cartoon back in the day. So I would rather this. If I had kids, I would rather them watch this than that She's Out. Let me show y'all something real quick. Nah, I'm probably going to get copyrighted. Nah, that ain't so old. I might not. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find a She's Out trailer. Yeah. Unless they scrub this from the internet. Nah, they got it. They got this right here. Oh my gosh. This wasn't just a nightmare. It really happened. This is a real thing.
This June on The Hub, meet the boy who became...
This is crazy. Oh my gosh. This is so nuts.
A superhero.
Whoa, the ring turned you into She's Out.
Dressed as a girl. I'm a dude.
Ready to...
This is the cartoons they had these kids watching, bro. And the sad part is most parents wasn't even aware their kids was watching this cartoon. They slipped that right in there, nigga. They slipped that right in there. I remember I had a cousin. I told him, I was like, yo, you ever heard of this? Yo, fam, he was like, wait, what? He was like astonished. Like, wait, why did they do that as a cartoon? That's an odd cartoon, right? no hate or shade towards the alphabet community. I'm not sure that that's even connected to this because, once again, this is just a little boy who wants to be a superhero. That's all. But then why did he have to?
To kick some, she's out.
I can fly.
This is crazy.
She's out. What new?
Full on pumps, nigga. Yeah, y'all seen enough of that. Y'all seen enough of that. Let's get that up on here. Yeah, that's a wild cartoon to kick off. But then he has a problem with this one though. That's not that one. That's something I was watching. Movie breakdown.
Made up things. Like they've just made up the idea that like teaching children accurate history is going to make them flare up their white guilt. And that's bad. They're going to feel wrong for what white people have done. And they're going to feel bad about it. And they're actually feeling really bad about it. So now we have to do a counter propaganda towards those children feeling bad, which is hilarious. It's like, no, man, it's so stupid. That's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to understand, examine history, recognize the accurate telling of it, okay? And then, see the impact of, see the contemporary impact of wrongs in the past.
I'll keep doing my best to treat everyone well and won't feel guilty about historical stuff.
Good. It's true.
Mr. Columbus, but I heard at school that you spoiled paradise and you brought slavery and murder to peaceful people.
Leo?
Sorry. It's what I read and heard at school.
Caramba! Those are some accusations.
He looked at he looked at them and they were like, caramba, it's time to cut your ear.
I ain't gonna front. This nigga, what? This nigga said caramba. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna hit the caramba
off and bring it back to the queen. He's like, oh, a young boy. I want your ears. I will cut them off. That's awesome.
The place I discovered was beautiful, but it wasn't exactly a paradise of civilization, and the native people were far from peaceful.
Oh my God, they were defending themselves, brother. What the yo!
I ain't going front defending Christopher Columbus. that's a new one. I didn't see that yet. That's crazy. Niggas did a pro Christopher Columbus video. I guess you could say if he didn't do all of that, we wouldn't be here right now, right? Not in the way that we are, but that's still crazy. That's pretty funny. That's pretty hilarious. Nigga said, I can't remember, and then hit you with that. Oh, nigga said Native Americans wasn't pleasant. Holy crap. Oh, I ain't going front. That was pretty funny. I got a dark comedy sense of humor. My bad, guys. Did you hear him say Ada Caramba? All right. People sensitive. People mad because I laughed at it. That's crazy.
Oh, look at this whole ass. Oh, my Lord. Christopher Columbus so extremely brutal that he was considered insane and a total lunatic.
I'm not a Christopher Columbus fan.
Yeah, the other people that sent him off on missions to do colonialism were like, dude, you're doing it too much. You're doing it too wrong. You're doing it in a way that we don't like even. And we want you to do it. That's the f*** are you doing?
Welcome to Los Angeles, the second most populous city in the USA.
I just said, give BX a moment. He's high. True. That don't take away from that being a funny ass cartoon. Oh, no, that's funny. I got a dark comedy sense of humor. That is hilarious. Like this nigga, Christopher Columbus, just chilling on a boat. And just, nigga said, hey, damn you. Ay, caramba. All right, my bad.
In the heart of sunny Southern California. Over the last 150 years, Los Angeles, or LA for short, has been a beacon of growth, offering opportunity for millions of residents. But this rapid expansion of
Los Angeles, or LA for short, I forget that this is for children, even though, or children-brained adults. Los Angeles, or LA for short. Love this. I'm assuming this is going to be about how big cities are full of gangs and criminals now. And this is, of course, a much better thing to teach children than, I don't know, an objective analysis of the impacts of slavery. Like hysterical propaganda that like impacts the brain of every boomer. Being taught the children as the truth seems like a good idea to do this.
Of people and culture has also come with some growing pains. And when tensions turn to violence, Angelenos must rely on a strained police force for protection. This is Mateo, the 13-year-old son of Mexican immigrants living in Los Angeles. Mateo's parents, Juan and Lucy, moved here just a few years before he was born. They operate a small convenience store that serves a largely Hispanic neighborhood. Mateo attends the local public school where his favorite subjects are math and PE. On Sundays, he attends mass with his family at the nearby Catholic church. Before immigrating to Los Angeles,
I was like, what the hell are we watching? This nigga, whatever, he not even watching. This nigga is tearing his food up. Nigga, I'm getting hungry. That's crazy.
Juan and Lucy run a small general store in Mexico. They worked hard to make their business successful, but cartel members began harassing Juan, demanding money for protection.
What the fuck? Bro, what is happening?
The threats got so bad that Juan and Lucy decided to embark on the long and expensive process of applying for a U.S. green card.
Which they, of course, didn't fucking get, because that's not how this shit works, okay? Who the fuck in America is giving green cards out like that to random people in Mexico? Get the fuck out of here. This hit every, they applied for a green card and could not win.
Nigga, you'd be surprised, nigga.
It's a lottery. So they proceeded to wait for 75 years.
Their application was finally accepted. They moved to Los Angeles and found a large, welcoming community of fellow Latinos. After even more hard work, they were able to open a new grocery store. Soon, Mateo was born, followed by his two sisters, and the family was very thankful for their life in LA. Then, in May 2020, George Floyd, a black man who...
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Nigga, this is an M. Night Shyamalan type of twist. I did not see that coming. That's crazy. I did not know. And they took down the mom and pop shops that they worked hard and earned their... Yeah. He's almost like, well, how would it happen? Well, actually, that does happen for a lot of people that come over here and start a business. That actually happens a lot, actually. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot. Government even gives you funding to start that shit. So I don't know what he talking about. This dude, we live in a bubble, nigga. That happens all the time. Been happening for years, nigga. But yeah, they would have been affected during the BLM riots for sure.
Who resisted arrest and was held under the knee of a police officer.
Of course, BLM
a black man who resisted arrest? Yo! Bro, they are so unhinged, brother.
Died while in custody.
They make it seem like George Floyd just perished on his own. Oh my God.
Although this happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, fiery protests and riots erupted in cities all around the United States. Activists claimed that the police were targeting the black community and purposefully killing unarmed black men.
This was, of course, a lie.
As the false claims of racial targeting spread, so did the...
Oh my God, did you say that? Oh! Bro, this is so funny. I think most people respond negatively to shit that they learn in school because it's otherwise boring. So I feel like this will have the effect of Catholic school.
You spazzing about this, which is honestly the truth. They cooking right now, but you ain't care about Thomas Edison? With his lying ass? You ain't care about none of that? That's his name too, right? I forgot his name. I'm a hoe, but I forgot his name. Shout outs to Tesla.
On children. For every one child that you brainwash with this, I think you're going to make like 12 communists out of this. You know what I mean? It's going to be like the meme about like Catholic school girls. It's going to backfire. And Catholic school boys too.
The anger and violence. Throughout the summer, Mateo and his family were shocked and worried as they watched on the news where neighborhoods around LA were being burned and looted.
The funniest thing is like in Los Angeles, Mateo's family also will often be subject to racial violence. Like, sure, there's a lot of brown cops. There's a lot of black cops in LA. Doesn't change the reality. There's still fucking cops. Okay. So if they're worried about something, it's probably going to be like, dude, saying this about LAPD is especially fucked up. They killed like a 14-year-old brown kid like during all of this commotion. What the fuck? That's so awesome.
Brown
bro.
kid.
Who's the scab narrating this? Yeah, I mean, look, if you're poor and you need a job in voice acting, like, how do you not fucking feel kind of?
Oh my gosh! Now you getting mad at the voice actors. So if you need a job and you decided to edit for Hasan, how do you not feel gross? How do you not feel gross with how Hasan talks about people and spreads false propaganda? How do you not
reading
feel
the narration
gross?
though? You're like,
also, I'm just joking. You do what you feel. I was letting you see how he sound. I don't care if you work for Hasan.
oh god, this is so awful.
Blocking traffic on freeways,
What they got to do with me?
threatening police, and intimidating restaurant patrons. How would fewer cops be able to stop this type of behavior? The only cop that Mateo knows personally is his middle school's resource officer, Officer Suarez. Tall and smiling, Officer Suarez has a high five, a handshake, or a fist bump for each student as he walks down the.
Yeah, dude. School resource officers are, again, famously friendly to children. Okay, this is written by a person who's like never been at an American school, it seems. And I haven't either, but at least I fucking know, given the data, okay, that it's not like these guys, you can't make these guys look good in the eyes of the children that are going to school. If he's too friendly, then he's trying to fuck the kids, okay? Most of the time, not friendly at all. So either way, it's not good. Who could ever hate a school resource officer? Yeah.
Yo, this nigga's crazy. False. Nigga, I was cool with mad school resource officers. Them niggas used to pick me up from home sometimes, man. And that was because I wouldn't show up or I would cut class. And the school, the cop that would probably pretty much be at the school was like, yo, next time I'll bring you. And I was like, yeah. And just to be like a petty pants, I held them to that. My bad, I hate coughing the mic. But every time I was late for school, I would call the police station. They'd be like, patch me into this officer, nigga. Yeah. Remember what you told me? You said you was gonna pick me up. What's up? And they picked me up a few times. But they was cool as hell, man. They was like, yo, you know you ain't funny, right? I was a jerk when I was a kid. But it was mad cool. We used to rap battle, all types of shit, bro. Right? It was extremely cool. And the fact that they really cared about getting me to school and making sure like I graduated and moved on to the next level was super dope, man. I've met a lot of good resource like people, cops that work in the schools, right? And that's not me saying all of them are good because I don't know all of them, right? They're not like a monolith, but for him to just like say those type of things, like they only do this or this, is so disgusting. So disgusting. They're pretty cool, right? At least in my experience, I've met some really cool people, but I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
Hallway. Officer Suarez takes time to be friendly, but also has an important job to do. Mateo has observed him doing daily book fact checks and escort.
Yeah, he has an important job to do, which is brutalize, bully, and sometimes.
Yeah, he's bugging. Some of these people that was like the resource or school safety or whatever you want to call them, man, some of them was some of the coolest people. They was teaching too, damn near, nigga. Philosophy, right? Actually checking on you, making sure that everybody was okay. And mind you, I've gone to some bad schools.
Arrest some of Mateo's classmates and also run away when there's a school shooting.
Not everything you say.
You know what I'm saying? I love this. This is normalized too. It's so fucked up. It's fucking wild that this is just like the norm in America. And we just sit around and we're like, yep, it is what it is. You know, that's how it works. If Mateo's school resource officer isn't beating kids, then no kids are being beaten.
Escorting strangers off of school property. Last year, when tempers flared and punches were thrown in the cafeteria, Officer
Suarez went in and beat the shit out of the black kid.
Oh my God.
Doesn't matter who threw the first punch.
Whoa. I'm black, and I'm saying this is disgusting how he's using black people in order to attack whatever his narrative is, right? And I'm not even necessarily 100% just defending all police officers. I do believe that there should be a higher requirement to be an officer. We need some Captain America. I said Captain America. Captain America, or what's my man from Die Hard? Bruce Willis as cops. We need that level of cops. We need some superheroes in there, nigga. Right? But that's just me. But I think that we should have higher requirements as well as higher pay for officers too as well. But higher requirements. That includes psych evaluations as well. Right? FBI level training and evaluations, right? And checks. Right? We need that. And that's not because of race or saying any race is targeted. I just believe that as Americans, we should have a police force on that type of level, right? Military type of level. That's a John McClane. Yes, I need a John McClane type of cop out here in these streets, nigga. John McClane was taking all types of weapons to save the day. We need that. These cops be afraid to go into school sometimes to handle someone. I don't want to say it because of YouTube, but when things go down in school and it has the blammy, somebody has the pew pew. Some of these motherfuckers they afraid to come into the school to actually solve the situation, right? We need military level officers to where they not afraid. They get up in there quick and save the day, save those kids. But that's just my personal opinion, you know what I mean? I still don't think that like all cops are evil. I've met some of the best cops and nicest people in the world that were cops, bro.
Officer Suarez was there to immediately assume the black kid was responsible, and then he came in with his taser.
Suarez sprang into action and quickly diffused the situation. Mateo understands that a resource officer is there to keep the students safe so that they can focus on their school.
Next thing you know, you're going to be saying, we need Judge Dredd. No, we don't. We don't need RoboCop. We don't need Judge Dredd. I'm good with a John McClane, right? And a Captain America as cop. That's what... We need those type of cops in these streets.
Work without fear. He views Officer Suarez as a guide, a mentor, and a protector, not how he has seen police characterized in the news as mean-spirited bullies. Mateo has heard his parents talking about the news.
Our school resource officer did stop a school shooting and still everyone hated him. God damn. What the fuck was he doing when he wasn't stopping school shootings that people were still like, nah, fuck you, dude?
Now, when Mateo kneels during mass beside his sisters and parents, he prays for wisdom to know how to protect himself and serve his neighborhood. He smiles as he thinks about the new blue crew that he's chosen to support. And how good.
He kneels to suck off a hero cop. Also, this is
he's a kid, nigga. That shit is crazy. He would say something like that. You make all those accusations about this imaginary cop, this cartoon cop, and then you say something disgusting like that about that child. Come on, bro. That's crazy. Bare minimum hypocritical.
This is so, dude, Mateo is kind of lame as fuck. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Like, Mateo is how you get Kyle Rittenhouse.
Marcel.
It's bugging out. I do think what you guys are saying in the chat. Yes, we need some military, which I said the exact terminology. Some combat vets. Yeah, I have some combat vet friends, right? And I've asked them like, yo, if you was in this situation, would this have happened? Right? If you was in this situation, would you have made the mistake? And they all say no, right? Because they were that highly trained. It was like a big deal, right? Like it's life or death in the military. And these officers are acting like that, but not doing their job sometimes, right? And I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying some of them are running away from the danger, not realizing that you're supposed to run towards the danger to protect us, right? That's why if an officer is a little harsh or might seem like they're being somewhat aggressive, if they're not going over the top, I can understand it when you're on that high alert or red alert. But you need to still be able to keep it cool on some military level type of flow. So that's why I think they should raise the pay and raise the requirements to be a cop. Right? We need to put the superheroes out here. That's facts. I don't think there should be fat cops. How? How, nigga? What? Not off of my dollar. You better get your ass on the treadmill. But that's just my personal opinion. I think that they should be superheroes. And I think we should pay them more for that type of requirements and training, right? And the psych evaluations. But to go to this extent of, oh, they're all evil, or we need to try to destroy, what's it, that's the exact terminology that people be trying to use? They want to defund the police and all that. Nigga, that sound crazy. That sound nuts. Y'all not ready for that Walking Dead life. I'll tell you who is. Me, nigga. I'll bring out Lucille and get on my Negan flow real quick. Okay, but the rest of society, they not ready for that Negan Walking Dead lifestyle. So I don't think you should be pro defunding police. I just don't think it's a wise decision, right? To not have police officers, just personally.
And his family are proud Canadians. Marcel's grandpa Henri, who died when Marcel was very young, also spent his life in Canada. After serving in the Canadian...
Is Marcel's grandfather Saddam Hussein? What's going on? Am I crazy? This is Marcel's grandfather. His name is Saddam Hussein, a misunderstood Baathist.
Trash. I said that nasty song. Yeah, we might as well, because he wilded out. He definitely deserved it when he said that one thing about the knees. This nigga is filthy.
Nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty.
Filthy as hell.
Fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Nasty. Super nasty. Hasan is such a loser. Yeah, this dude was wilding out. I think that Hasan is one of the biggest pandering grifters, right, on the left. He just panhandle and say everything that the left want to hear. Or I should say more specifically, because my beef isn't necessarily with the left, it's with woke people. He say whatever woke people want to hear, whatever BS he's pushing. I'm not down. I'm not down. But that's my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well. Subscribe, and make sure you're still subscribed if you haven't. If you're not getting notifications, refresh your notification, which you can do by like unsubscribing and then subscribing again and then pressing the bell and then clicking all. Then you should start getting a bunch of notifications. At least most of them, I should say. Hit the like button, share the video, watch more videos, check me out on Patreon.